All right, let's start out sitting today. And we're going to do a little mobilization with your upper body, but you would sit however you're comfortable. So legs crossed or out in front of you like that. And let's start out just going flexion to neutral for your first few sets. When you start out, hands behind your head with a wide grip, try to find your sit bones and sit up nice and tall over them. When you exhale, you're going to curl forward towards your legs and keep sensing the sit bones. Make sure you stay on them. And then when you inhale, stack back up to vertical, one bone at a time. Do that 2 more times. Flex forward as you exhale. And then as you breathe in, rise back up, feeling your ribs lift and separate. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale up. Now this time, let's keep going up. Add a little lift of your chest here, an extension at the top. And then exhale, curl forward again, angling your elbows in. Inhale, rise back up, lifting from your heart. And then exhale, curl forward over the legs. One more time, inhale, rising up. And then exhale to curl back down. Come on back up to straight. We'll still work with your hands here. Let's go into a side bend, reaching your top arm overhead. And then exhale to come up. Inhale to reach. And exhale, return. And continue alternating this one. Exhale up and inhale over and lift. One more to each side. Inhale and exhale up and then inhale, stretch and exhale, lift. Now I'll have you bring your hands down in front of your chest, fingertips pointing in towards each other. Let's twist to the side. And this one, let's also use an inhale while you're rotating. As you inhale, twist to the side, exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale to the opposite side. As you're turning, try to drive the movement, pressing your back elbow back to twist you. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, return. Are you still on your sit bones? Try to stack up nice and tall over them, rotate and lift. Just one more to each side. And exhale, center. Inhale, twist, and then back to the center. All right, let's go down onto your back. I'm going to take you through a few sets of imprint and release. After 3 or 4 of them, we're going to hold that imprint and go into a set of toe taps. As you exhale, tilt your pelvis into imprint so your low back gets a little flatter. And then as you breathe in, rock back to neutral, restoring the curve. And just use this for the sensory experience. Make it small enough that your abs do the moving. Inhale back. If you keep the tilt to like 5 or 10 degrees, you're more likely to use your obliques to draw the hips towards your ribs. And then the obliques are going to lengthen with control to take you to neutral. One more full one. Exhale, feel the obliques shorten. And then inhale, lengthen back to neutral. Now this is the one you'll hold. Rock into imprint, and now we're going to work to stay there. As you inhale, take your first leg to tabletop. Exhale, deepen your imprint and bring up your second leg. Let's stay here for a breath in. Then as you exhale, lower one leg and tap your toes on the mat. Inhale, lift that leg back up. Exhale, tap your other foot down. Inhale, lift. If you feel tense in your chest right now, try turning your palms in. Sometimes that'll take some pressure out of that area, and that'll let you get more focused on the exhale phase of your breath, holding that imprint. Inhale up, one more time, and inhale, lift. Lower one foot down, and then the other. We're going to go right into hip rolls from here, so leave a little space in between your feet and keep your feet close to your hips. On a 2-breath pattern right now, I want you to take an exhale, and you're going to curl through that imprint again, on your way rolling up to a bridge. And then inhale to roll back down, putting the breath into your mid-back, then roll through the low back and hips. As you exhale, start to curl off again. Give a little pressure into your big toes as you lift your hips up. And then inhale to roll back down through your spine, unravel to neutral. One more time like that. Exhale, curl your hips up, reaching your knees away from your shoulders. And inhale to roll back down. Now let's go up and down 3 times without any articulation. We're just going to go straight to a bridge. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, push your hips up, go for that stretch in the front of the thighs, and then inhale to lower back down. Exhale, lift your hips, make that bridge, and inhale to return. Exhale, hips up, and inhale, lower. Now let's take the hips up, hold them up for a second. Put all your weight into your right foot, and then you're going to lift your left leg to tabletop. Now try to go up and down 3 times, keeping that leg lifted. So we're going to tap your hips to the mat, press back up on your exhale. Come down with control and keep those hips level as you lift. Inhale down. Exhale up and inhale down for good. Lower that foot. All right, walk those feet in. Let's go back up to your bridge to set up your other leg. Now press into that stabilizing foot, keep the hips level, and lift your other one to tabletop. Now let's take your hips down on your inhale, push back up to exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep those ribs heavy. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Come down for good. Lower that foot back down. All right, let's go on to your side. Legs in tabletop and bottom arms under your head. All right, let's do regular old spinal rotation. Top arm reaching forward at chest height. Let's take an inhale breath. Bring your arm above your shoulder. When you exhale, rotate your ribs, neck and head, and reach your arm towards the wall behind you. Stay here for a breath in, letting the breath climb up the side of your body. When you exhale, lift your arm up to the ceiling and over to close. And again, inhale, top arm lifts up. Exhale, twist towards the back, looking towards that back hand. Hold here, breathe in, feel your arm lengthen as you fill with that air, and then exhale, take your arm up and over to close. Inhale, top arm lifts, and then exhale, compress your abs, twist towards the back. Stay there, take a nice big breath into your chest, and exhale to lift your arm and close. Last one. Inhale, top arm reaches up, and then exhale, rotate towards the back. Last breath in to stay here, and then exhale to lift your arm and close back over. All right, let's flip over to your other side to do the same thing. All right, so get that tabletop, bend at the hips and the knees, and your back nice and straight. And then top arm forward at chest height. As you breathe in, lift your arm above your shoulder. On your exhale, rotate your upper body and reach the arm back. Hold here, take a breath in, and then exhale to compress your abs, lift your arm, and close back over. And again, inhale, top arm up, and then exhale as you twist towards the back. Hold here, take a breath in, and then exhale, compress your abs, lift your arm, and close. 2 more. Inhale, top arm up. And then exhale as you rotate towards the back. Hold here, take a breath in, and then exhale to lift your arm and close back over. Last time. Inhale, top arm reaches up, and then exhale, twist. 1 more breath in to hold here, and exhale, lift your arm and close back down. All right, let's head onto your back. And I'll have you go to hands behind your head, and then we'll go into the ab prep. All right, so let's start out with a few reps of the basic movement on a 4-breath pattern. As you inhale, tip your chin down just a little bit, then start curling off your head and shoulders and stop at the bottom tip of your shoulder blades. Now you're going to hold for an inhale. Check in with your pelvis. It should still be in neutral. Exhale, compress your abs, lower down, a bone at a time. Take an inhale to tip your chin down slightly. Then exhale, curl forward, sliding your ribs towards your hips. Hold here for an inhale, expanding the sides and backs of the ribs. And then exhale as you lower back down. Inhale, nod the chin to feel the back of the neck get longer, and then curl forward, gazing towards your legs. Hold at the top, send the breath into your back, and then exhale, compress your abs and bring it down with control. Inhale, tip your chin down to start the articulation and curl up. As you hold for your inhale, keep that pubic bone heavy to stay neutral, and exhale as you return. Just 1 more time. Inhale, nod, then exhale, curl up, sliding your ribs down. Hold there, heavy shoulders, stay for your breath in, and then exhale as you release. All right, let's do some pulses, but let's also do it with your legs in tabletop. Rock into imprint, and then lift up one leg when you breathe in, and your second leg when you exhale. Hold for a breath in, nod your chin, curl up as you exhale. Now, rock back a little as you inhale, exhale, lift. We're going to do 6, back and lift, 3 and lift, 4, 5, 6. Go down with your head, tuck your knees in just a little closer. We're going to do a second set. Now, your knees are going to do a small in and out to meet your pulse. Okay, so start in. Let's get crunched up to the very top. Now, as you come back, knees go away a little and toward you as you crunch. Back and lift, back and lift for 3, up, 2, up, 1, up, and all the way back down. We're going to do one more set like that. Pull your knees in a little closer. All right, here it goes. Exhale, curl up, keep those knees in tight first. Now inhale, rock it back. Exhale, lift. 2, lift. 3, lift. 4, lift. 5, lift. 6, lift. Come all the way down and then take your feet down one at a time. All right, flip over onto your stomach. Let's balance out that flexion with a little extension. Legs parallel, they could be together or slightly separated. Arms into your W position. All right, 2 breath pattern for this extension. I want you to use your inhale to create your extension. When you breathe in, lift your gaze towards the edge of your mat, push away from the floor with your forearms, and open your chest. Stay holding 1 or 2 ribs left on the mat. Then when you exhale, you're going to lower back down, compressing your abs and laying out flat. And again, inhale, reach your ears away from your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades back and down when you press up, and then exhale, compress your abs, ease yourself down to flat. Inhale, reach your ears away from your shoulders, pull those shoulder blades back, and then exhale as you return. Now bring your arms down by your sides and flop your shoulders forward. Let's work on your hover. I'm going to bring this one back to a 4 breath pattern. Inhale, roll your shoulders back so you feel them stable. Then when you exhale, let's pull your abs in and then lift from your upper back just an inch or 2 higher in that hover. Stay for your breath in. Let's build up some endurance. And then exhale, lower back down and flop your shoulders. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Exhale, pull your abs in, lengthen and lift, top of the head reaching away from the toes. Hold here, breathe in, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, compress your abs, lower down to flop. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Exhale, pull your abs in and lift to hover. Stay to breathe in and exhale as you return. All right, let's use your hover as your base and let's do some windmills. We're going to take your arms out to the side to start. I'm going to have you push up into hover while your arms are still on the floor, or your hands at least. Okay, from your hover, when you breathe in, bring one hand down to your hip and the opposite arm up in line with your ear. And then exhale as you take both arms out to the side. Inhale, switching the windmill. Exhale as you return. As you keep going back and forth, try to resist side bending. Inhale, arms into your body. Exhale out wide. Inhale in. Exhale, open. You've got 3. Exhale out. 2 and open. One more time and open, then lower back down. Okay, push yourself back into the shell stretch from there. Rounded spine, let's take a nice big breath in towards the back of your body. And then stay there for an exhale, compressing your abs a little bit more. Take one more inhale breath to hold here. And then you can roll up to sitting. Let's go down onto your back and go into the 100. All right, let's get those legs moving the whole time. We're going to go through crazy 100 tonight. Once again, you're going to use an exhale to rock into imprint. Lift up one leg when you breathe in, and then the second leg when you exhale. Stay here for another breath in, When you exhale, tip your chin down, curl up your head and shoulders, and hover your arms off the mat. Let's bounce. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reach your legs out straight. Go up to the ceiling, then lower your legs. Back to tabletop. And push them out long. Inhale to lift them, then exhale to lower. Now back to tabletop. And push them out straight. And up, then lower. Now back to tabletop. And push them out long. Go up, then lower. Now back to tabletop. This is the last set. And push them out straight. Inhale, lift. Then exhale, lower. Tuck your knees in. Lower back down. All right, feet down to the mat for a sec. One leg out straight on the mat. Other leg in tabletop. We're going to do a leg circle with a big pelvic rotation. So I'm going to have you take your arms out to the side with your palms up. All right, you're going to let the leg fall across the midline of your body, and I do mean fall. So you're going to inhale, let the hips twist to follow, then the leg's going to go away from your head. Now your pelvis is going to rotate back when you circle your leg out to the side and up. And again, inhale, come across the center, lower your leg, exhale around and up. And if that's feeling okay, you can extend the leg as it reaches out and bend it, pull in. So the load of it will get heavier, so just be careful on your low back with that. One more time, dropping across and down, out and up. Okay, let's go the other way, but let's at least do the first couple cautiously so we match the other side. So dropping out, circling away with that bent knee, let the weight of the leg come across the midline and up. Feel that out again. We're going to release out and lower, cross the midline and lift. Okay, so now I'm going to transition to extending the leg away, bending it as I come up the midline. 2 more times, releasing out, sliding down, rotating and lifting. 1 more time. And then across and up. All right, slide that leg out on the mat and just rock it a little. Okay, take your other leg into tabletop position. And going back to that first direction of motion, you're going to go across the midline, letting the hips twist. Drop your leg away, then take it out wide to the side and up to the top. And again, twisting, releasing the leg down, out, around, and up. Okay, now going for the bigger motion if you'd like, sliding the leg out straight, laterally rotate before you bend it and lift. 2 more times, twisting, reaching away, turn out, pull in your foot and lift. Last one, that way. And then turn out and drag it back in. All right, we've got 1 more direction. Drop out to the side. Let's do that shorter leg circle. Come across the center and bring it up. Let the hip fall again. Drop out. Let the leg drop away from the head. Come across your midline and lift. And then increasing that size, pushing it away, turning it in, bending the knee, lift up to the top. Last 2, drop it out, slide it down, rotate it in, turn the pelvis and lift. 1 more time, release it out, glide it away, rotate that leg in and pull it back up to the top. All right, slide that leg out, rock it in and out a little bit. All right, let's do a little roll up. We're going to do some arm circles. We're going to do a little extension at the top. I want you to start out. Let's take your arms overhead about halfway like we normally would. And let's just go up initially the normal way. You're going to inhale, lift your arms above your chest. Exhale, nod your chin. As you curl forward, I want you to put the back of your hands together and you're going to try to reach into the space in between your feet. Now you're going to lift your head and chest up as you circle your arms around to the back. We're going to come into extension looking up at the ceiling. Then when you exhale, I want you to round forward again. And when you start to roll back, we'll go into that arm circle, sweeping your arms down low. And as you lay your head down, circling over. And again, arms up, nod your chin, flex forward. Turn the back of your hands in as we come up to the top. Now inhale, circle the arms, lift your head and chest. Exhale, flex forward again, start rolling down. Swing those arms down. Circle around. 1 more this way, arms up, nod the chin, curl forward. Dive in between your feet. Lift your head and chest, circle back, lifting from your heart. Exhale, flex forward, and then roll back. Now let's take your arms to overhead. 3 the other way. Circle the arms around, start to curl up. And I still want you to get the palms flipped, go back to the hands together. Lift your head, circle the arms, use your extension at the top. Now exhale, forward fold. As you roll down, we're going to keep the arms in front of you. Take them up to the ceiling and overhead. Circle your arms around, start to curl up again. Dive forward in between your legs. Lift your head and chest, push down into your fingers. Exhale, flex forward, start rolling back down. Lay out flat, arms overhead, circle, curl up. Back of the hands together there. Lift your head and chest, push into your fingers, look at the ceiling. And then exhale, flex your spine, start to roll it down. And take your arms overhead again. All right, let's turn you onto your side and have you come up. Let's go into tall kneel. We will do a spinal rotation there. Just a second. Okay. All right, leave a little space in between the legs. You're going to try to work with your hips stacked up over your knees, and you're going to take both arms out to the sides. Let's work in extension at your wrists. We get a little stretch through the forearm. Take a breath in and grow tall through your spine. Now 3 pulses to the side, twisting for 1. Look towards that back hand, further for 3. Inhale to the center, another side, rotate for 1. Ring it out 2, further for 3. Inhale, return. Exhale to rotate. Press those glutes forward, further for 3. Inhale to center and exhale to twist. Deeper for 2 and further for 3. Inhale to the center, 1 more each way. Press out through the heels of the hand. Make those arms real long. And 3. Inhale to center, last time for 3 and 2 and 1. Back to the center. All right, take your arms up, elbows at chest height, elbows at chest height, that is true, and bend at 90 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna have you do an opening and closing motion with your arms. That's no big whoop. As you're doing that, while you open, I want you to sit back halfway toward your heels and then rise back up. If that was hard to do that way, try it with your toes curled under. That does not actually make it easier. It just helps you access the more springy part of your arch to help you push back up. So you can play around with which variation you're going to do. I'm also trying to make it as big as I can, not so you have to, but I want you to see where the movement's coming from. This will still be effective if you just sit back even a quarter way and open and close. Let's do 2 more. Sitting back and rising up. Last time, sitting down and rising back up. All right, come down onto all 4s. We're going to go into an out, in set into a plank. Spread apart your fingers and just check where you are on your mat. Make sure you will still be either on it or where you want to be when your leg is straight. Okay, so you're going to work with your toes curled under, and we're going to start by coming into a crouch. Shift your weight forward so you can press into your fingers, and then as you lift your knees, you can push your weight back a little more into your feet. And now you're going to walk out, in. Repeat with the same leg leading, and then in. Twice more, and in. Last one, then in. Drop your knees. All right, repeating the same movement, leading with your other leg. Shift into your fingers and then pick up your knees and shift back towards your feet. Walk it out again. Straight, bent, long, plank, short, crouch. 2 more times. In, last one, in. Drop your knees. Shift back. All right, we're going to go back into it. Make the full plank. And then we're going to do wider, closer 4 times. All right, toes curled under, shift into your fingers, and then push up and back. All right, step out to your long plank, and now feet go wider, closer, wider, closer. 2 more times. In, Last one. In. Walk it in. We're going to go one more time. I don't find this so exhausting. I just keep breathing into my own face because I'm talking. All right, let's do this. Lean into your fingers and shift up and back. Walk it out again. All right, here we go. Step it out, in. Wide, in. 2 more times. In. Last one. In. Drop, shift back. And give yourself a breath or 2 before you come out of your shell stretch. When you're ready, roll on up. Let's go to sitting so we don't have to breathe on ourselves anymore. All right. We're going to do the neck pull prep. You need to start sitting up straight. If you have trouble getting onto your sit bones, walk your feet out a little bit into a more shallow knee bend. Place your hands behind your head, but go with that wide grip so you're closer to your ears than the very back of the head. Okay, we're going to begin with a half roll back from here. When you exhale, you're going to roll back of your sit bones and start to round your lower spine down towards the mat. Stay there and take a breath in. When you exhale, increase your flexion and start to curl toward your knees. Come back onto your sit bones and then inhale, stack up tall. Exhale, roll your hips back, pulling your abs in. Try to keep your gaze forward. Stay here and take a breath into your back. Exhale, curl forward over your legs, and then inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, half roll back. Inhale, hold the pose. Exhale, pull your abs in, curl forward towards your knees, and inhale, sit up straight. One more that way. Roll down on the exhale. As you hold for your inhale, tuck up your pubic bone a little more. Now exhale, breathe your ribs toward your hips. Dive over your knees. Inhale, sit up to straight. All right, rolling like a ball. So now make sure you have some room on the mat to roll on. Curl back off your sit bones again so we get that flexed lower spine. And then lift one leg at a time into the air and we'll balance here. Hands can press against the shins. If that does not work for your arm length, go behind your thighs. Get a little rounder through your spine using your exhale to increase your flexion. Now, as you breathe in, you're going to rock back with your hands giving pressure into your legs and then your legs pressure in your hands to roll back up. Inhale, curling back. Exhale, pull your abs in, round forward. Breathe in, top of the shoulders stay heavy. Exhale, pull the belly button in, curl back up. Inhale, roll back. And exhale to lift. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, up. And rock back. And exhale, lift. Last 3 of these. And exhale, up. And 2 to roll down. And exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, roll back, and exhale to come up. Release your feet back down to the mat, and then just ease yourself down to go into ab series. All right. So we're going to go through single leg stretch and obliques without taking a break. I want you to exhale, rock into imprint, and lift up one leg, and then the other to tabletop. Hands to the sides of your knees. Nod your chin, curl up your upper body so you're looking at your legs again. Let's start alternating, reaching out one leg and then the other. Okay, so just get that basic pattern going. If you want to make it have a little more flair, I want you to give it a little bicycle pedal. So with that straight leg going down, the load's going to be a bit heavier. Proceed with caution. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Let's tuck both knees in. Drop your head just so we can get that reset. All right, hands are behind your head. I'm going to try to do the same thing with your legs. Nod your chin and curl up. Let's just get your base pattern going first. So you're going to rotate towards the bent knee and then the other side. Okay, so just get that twist going one side to the other. Now you can add the coordination of that bicycle if you'd like. I only can do it right when I'm looking at the screen. I feel very sloppy going the other way. 6. Last 2 and 1. Back to center. Lower down. Sorry, my mic cut out. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Okay, let's pair double leg stretch and scissors together next. Go back to that tabletop position, hands on the sides of your legs. If your neck gets tired during these, your head can always go down. Just keep doing the rest of the move. Nod your chin, curl up your upper body, make sure you're still in imprint. Hold for a breath in. When you exhale, reach both legs out straight while your arms go back by your ears. Inhale, circle and catch those legs. Exhale, arms and legs reach out. Circle, tuck it back in. Exhale away. Inhale around and exhale, reach. Circle, catch as the arms and legs reach out. Stay committed, keep your head lifted. Pull it in just one more time, reach out. All right, head's gonna stay up. Reach both legs up to the ceiling. Now exhale, drop one leg. Let's give it a double pulse. Inhale as they switch, reach for 2. Inhale and exhale and reach, reach. 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Both legs up, tuck your knees in towards your body. Release your feet back down to the mat. Flip over onto your stomach. I'm going to put you in the full breaststroke next. So when you get there, you're back to parallel legs, either together or slightly separated. And we're going to start with that same W position with your arms. All right, so we're going to come into that hover while you still have your forearms down. Make sure your gaze is at the mat beneath you. With an exhale breath, reach your arms overhead, keeping that superhero hover. Inhale, circle your arms to your hips and lift your head and chest. Now exhale, pull your abs in, dive down low and reach your arms through. Inhale, circle, float the chest up. Exhale, dive it down low, shoulders heavy out of the ears. Inhale, circle, float up. And exhale, dive down and reach. Inhale, circle, press back. Let's go down for 3. Circle around and lift. 2 to drop down, around and up. One more time, exhale, and inhale, circle and lift. Let's come all the way down, sit back in the shell stretch. All right. So hips onto heels, rounded spine. Nice big breath in. Try to focus the air into your back. Hang out here for an exhale, scooping the abs in just a little bit deeper. One more breath in, and then you can roll up on your exhale. All right, we're going to go into side bend with a double knee stack today. When we do this version, hands in line with your knees, fingertips spread out, always initiating from the shift of your ribs. Let's give that a go. As you exhale, slide your working shoulder down, lift your hips, come into a side bend. Inhale as you sit back down onto that hip. And again, exhale, up and over. Make sure you allow the head to fall towards the floor. Inhale, come down with control. Exhale, up and over. And inhale, release. 2 more times on this side. Exhale. And inhale, return. 1 more time, up and over. Inhale, return. Stay on the side. All right, so before we go to the other side, I'm going to have you do a brief free-form motion. I want you to leave this arm as part of the prop. You're going to start to wiggle around, kind of pushing yourself back and forth with the arm you're stabilizing. You can let your elbow bend. You can lean. Just be careful because you know you're still on your shoulder. And now take your other arm and reach that at different angles to complement the movement of your spine. Remember, slackening up can help just as much as reaching does. You can put your other hand on the floor to give yourself a different degree of support. And I'm not really stabilizing my hips a bunch. I'm definitely shifting and pushing from there. All right, let's go to the other side and we'll get to explore that a little bit after we side bend again. All right, both legs stacked. And fingertips spread out even with the knee. Hands on your leg. All right, so just that basic shift. Pushing the shoulder down, shifting the ribs, lift your hips to side bend. Inhale as you come back down. And again, draw those abs in, side bend, reaching overhead, and then lower back down. 3 more times. Exhale over. And inhale, release. And to the side stretch. And inhale down. 1 more time. Exhale up and over. And inhale back down. All right, so now moving. Just start that little bit of a wiggle and shift and play around. When you feel like you've got a sense of looseness through the working shoulder, add the other arm reaching. Expect it might feel very different than your other side, especially if you have a side dominance. Your dominant hand might feel very different than your other hand. One side of my brain feels very different than the other side of my brain. And just a couple more seconds just to finish your flow. All right. Great. And then let yourself out of